हेलो एवरीवन। आज हम स्टार्ट करने वाले हैं विद अ वेरी फर्स्ट चैप्टर ऑफ क्लास 10 आईसीएसई कंप्यूटर साइंस इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ ओओपी कॉन्सेप्ट मतलब ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज। सो आई हैव सीन अ लॉट ऑफ वीडियोस बीन मेड इन हिंदी बट ओनली अ फ्यू इन इंग्लिश। तो आज जो हम पढ़ने वाले हैं इट विल बी इन बोथ इंग्लिश एज वेल एज इन हिंदी। Those who are seeing expecting that this video to be a whole English video, I'll definitely try to speak a total in English. Okay, and also some of the concepts for my Hindi students will also be taught in Hindi and also in English. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, I will always tell you to follow the book of APC. Okay, this is the book that you must follow to ace your class 10th exams, because according to me Sumitra Arora has a lot of uh, not needed language written in it. You don't need that in your syllabus. That things are also written in Sumitra Arora. So for example, a small introduction is given in such a big paragraph that you rely on that paragraph itself in Pavitra Arora. Whereas in APC you will get on all the topics, all glances will be kept on the topics and shortly explained as how the things will be explained as much is needed to you. जितना आपको ज़रूरी है उतना ही explain किया जाएगा APC में. So for me, always you go for the APC book. If someone is not having the APC book, I will prefer you to buy it. If not possible, I'll also provide you the PDF in the description box. Okay, so let's get started. So what is programming language? In class 9, you were well known to Java. You have learned Java, you have gone through the concepts, you have gone through many other functions. But in this video, we will more emphasizedly describe the computer science language to you in a point of view such you are a beginner, you haven't read anything in class 9. Okay, so in the very first beginning I will tell you about what is OOP and what is POP. So there are two types of programming language as is explained in this PDF. These notes are made by me. You can completely rely on these notes. Okay, I've made these notes thinking a lot about you and what is needed by you. Okay, let me remove myself. Okay, introduction to OOP concepts. Okay, there are two types of programming language. One is POP and one is OOP. POP means procedure oriented programming language. Through the name you can understand कि ये प्रोसीड्यूर पे बेस्ड है. इसमें प्रोसीड्यूर पे मेनली ध्यान दिया जाता है rather than उसके अंदर क्या हो रहा है या फिर उसके अंदर अंदर क्या काम हो रहे हैं. प्रोसीड्यूर पे ध्यान दिया ज़्यादा जाता है. What will you say? What is POP and what is OOP? POP, procedure oriented programming language. OOP, object oriented programming language. Okay, so POP mainly focuses on procedure means functions and their sequential execution. कैसे एक फंक्शन से हम दूसरे फंक्शन पे जाते हैं. The complete flow, it mainly is based on the complete flow of the program of how it goes from the top to the end. Whereas on OOP, it focuses on objects and data, methods and functions. Okay, the main classes, the main data that has been involved in there and the interactions between them is involved in OOP language. So in this whole book that we'll be studying in class 10 ICC, it's completely based on OOP language, that is Java. Okay, Java is a OOP language. It is completely based on data and methods. Okay, and another thing I want to say you that OOP language जो है वो पब्लिक में भी होता है, प्राइवेट में भी होता है. दो इट कैन बी अवेलेबल इन टू मोड्स, पब्लिक, प्राइवेट. ओके, सो यू कैन ऑल्सो कीप इट प्राइवेट in case keeping in mind that it has some data security involved in it. But in POP it is completely global. So from this you can also conclude that POP has security hazards. It is not that bit secure like OOP is. Okay, so I can assure you that in your boards, or you can say I can't assure you that in your school whether it will be asked or not, because schools have a different mindset. They try to play with the minds of the students. Okay, even if it's not in syllabus. School sometimes gives it, but I can assure you that in boards, difference between POP and OOP will not come. Okay, still I have mentioned this in the top. For example, it comes in your school. Okay, it's better to make a column, right? POP and OOP, right? That it POP focuses on procedure, functions, and the sequential form and execution, and give two examples like fortune and basic. बेसिक एक आप सबको ज़्यादा याद रहेगा इसलिए मैंने लिखा है, बुक में भी है. बेसिक एंड पास्कल. पास्कल इज द यूनिट ऑफ प्रेशर. ओके, कैन बी रिमेंबर्ड. And C. Don't confuse C and C++. C++ is OOP language and C is POP language. Okay. Now, moving on, as is given in the APC book, I have kept it open in front of me. We'll move on to the main important segment of this whole chapter. That is the principles of OOP, which is also the heading of this chapter. OOP concepts. Okay, so in the OOP concepts, first principle, what is all about OOP, what OOP has in its characteristics, we'll learn about that. Okay, let me first also tell you that in your book there's a section given in here that what is the meaning of objects and what is the meaning of classes. Okay, this objects and classes difference will be further explained to you in the next video, because the next unit is also elementary concepts of objects and classes. That is the reason I will make a separate video of it. Okay, so that you get a complete um knowledge about what is class, what is objects. Nevertheless, you don't know anything about class 9. Okay, some there are possibilities you have messed up class 9, was in my case as well. Okay, I was in ICSE 2023 pass out, so I know what happened in class 9. Nobody studied in class 9 due to corona. Okay, so class 10 we gave a fair start and I scored 100 out of 100. Okay, isn't that difficult? I'll tell you what to do to score a full marks. It isn't that difficult. If I can, you can as well. Okay. Now, moving on to the first principle, data abstraction. What is data abstraction? Okay, each principle that I explained, I have written the definitions at the side. I will explain you an example. You can create your own example as well, but remember the examples that I will be explaining you, because in your schools it can be given that define data abstraction or data whatever data hiding and give an example. Okay, to let extend the question even more. Okay, but in our ICC also it was given define data abstraction and give an example. Okay, so it's not that new. And let me see whether the recording is on. I'm always afraid of it. Recording is on. Moving on to the first principle, that is data abstraction. Okay, data abstraction is an act of representing, remove myself, act of representing the essential features without knowing the background details. I haven't written any immature definition in here. Okay, the definitions that I have written in here are very, very precise and they are accepted by the board as well. So don't need to doubt it. It is from the APC book and APC is also prescribed by ICC. So no need to think twice whether this definition will work or not. Okay, data abstraction is the act of representing the essential features without knowing the background details. Explained in English. Now explaining in Hindi. Try to listen as well. Okay, think. Suppose, for example, आप गाड़ी चला रहे हो. This example is given in your APC book. Okay, I'm explaining it to you. आप गाड़ी चला रहे हो. Okay, you know how a steering wheel works, like this. If you do this, you go right. You do this, you go left. Okay, if you press the brake, the car stops. That is all you know. What you don't know is that what functions within it. कि ब्रेक को हम दबाते हैं, एक एक्सेल होता है जो ऐसे मूव करता है, वो इस तार को छूता है, वो तार वहाँ कनेक्ट होता है, वो तार गाड़ी को रोकता है. अंदर क्या हो रहा है हम नहीं जानते, बट व्हाट वी नो इज ऊपर ऊपर की जानकारी. ये स्टीयरिंग व्हील है, ये रेयर मिरर है, ये गाड़ी का शीशा है, ये ब्रेक है, इसको दबाएंगे तो हमारा गाड़ी रुक जाएगा, ये एक्सीलेटर है, इससे गाड़ी आगे जाएगी. ठीक है, इसको स्पीड मिलेगा. ठीक है, दैट्स व्हाट यू नो। बट अंदर अंदर फंक्शन क्या हो रहे हैं हमें नहीं पता, सिर्फ बाहर की जानकारी है, अंदर क्या हो रहा है हमें नहीं पता। दैट इज व्हाट इज डेटा एब्स्ट्रैक्शन, an act of representing the essential features without knowing the background details. Okay, no, nothing to nothing is missed out in this definition. I've explained the definition as well as the example. I will give every example to every principle. First principle ho gaya. Moving on to the second is encapsulation. Capsule, capsule, नाम में ही कैप्सूल है। सो एनकैप्सुलेशन इट मीन्स रैपिंग ऑफ डेटा एंड फंक्शंस, रैपिंग ऑफ डेटा एंड फंक्शन, DNF, डेटा एंड फंक्शंस इन एन ऑब्जेक्ट। एक ऑब्जेक्ट में डेटा एंड फंक्शंस को रैप किया गया है, ठीक है, डेटा एंड फंक्शंस को रैप किया गया है ऑफ एन ऑब्जेक्ट एज अ यूनिट, यूनिट में है विच दैट कैन बी यूज टुगेदर इन अ स्पेसिफिक ऑपरेशन। अभी ये कैप्सूल या फिर ये यूनिट कोई भी अलग फंक्शन के लिए यूज किया जा सकता है। दिस इज व्हाट इनकैप्सुलेशन। डेफिनेशन को अच्छे से समझ के फिर लिखना है। व्हाट वाज डेटा एब्स्ट्रैक्शन? एक्ट ऑफ रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ डेटा विदाउट नोइंग बैकग्राउंड डिटेल्स, दैट्स इट। गाड़ी का एग्जाम्पल याद करेंगे आपका डेफिनेशन ऐसे ही याद हो जाएगा। Okay, what is data abstraction? What is encapsulation? All are similar things. Data abstraction is the act of representing the essential features without knowing the background details. Give the example of the car. Encapsulation, wrapping of data and functions of an object as a single unit which can be later used in other operations as well. This is encapsulation. Okay. You can change the sentence but don't change the meaning. Okay. Now, encapsulation का कोई example, if I look into this book, encapsulation को example नहीं दिया हुआ है. It just says this thing, क्योंकि ये will be used in programs. When you will use functions, you will use methods, you will get to know what is encapsulation in real world. When you problem solve the other programs, you will be given later on. Okay, moving on to inheritance. Okay, and wanted to explain also data hiding. In this para, two definitions are given. One is data hiding and is encapsulation. But when it is जब question आपको दिया जाए कि write the principles of OOP, don't write data hiding as an OOP principle. Okay, it is not a principle. It is a principle of encapsulation, not OOP. When it is given the question, write the principles of OOP. Give the answer as data abstraction, inheritance, encapsulation, and polymorphism. That's it. Your answer ends there. And you need to explain the points as well according to the marks. If it's 2 marks, just write the names. But writing the definition is always a safer side. Okay. Now, moving on to data hiding. What is data hiding? Data hiding is the procedure of protecting protecting or securing data members from being hampered due to mishandling. Okay. Now, see where does the difference lies. This data hiding term is given under encapsulation. But what is the difference between these two? Data hiding and encapsulation differs in 2 points. I have written the difference as well. If the difference is also given, you can write it down. If just definition is given as question, that define data hiding, you can even write that black thing I have written. Okay. So data hiding mainly focuses on the data security, how to secure the data. Okay, and encapsulation focuses on hiding the complexity of the system. Like I am making it as a unit. Now people will see it as one unit only. They will not see what is going inside it. Okay, whether there is a specs, there is a pen, it will not be seen by people. They will just see that my hands are wrapped on it. It is an object, a unit, and people will see like this. So what is in it? It hides the complexity. Encapsulation. This is encapsulation, and data hiding focuses on the security of this data. Okay. Now, focuses on restricting the use of data. This means what? It should be in private. So, this always is in private mode. Okay, data hiding. Encapsulation can be public, can be private. Okay, deals with the wrapping of data and functions. Already I have explained. This is where the difference lies. Very simple difference. I have written it. Go through it. Nothing difficult. Okay. Now, moving on to the third principle, inheritance. Okay, see the stars I have given, these are always asked by ICSE boards. Every time. In my time, uh, I think inheritance came as an definition. Okay, and even ICSE 2017 it was encapsulation given, inheritance 2017 में आया था, definition of encapsulation 2016, inheritance again 2017 में भी आया है, data abstraction ICSE 2018 it comes. अवहेला मत करना. Okay, moving on to inheritance. What is inheritance? Inheritance, so the name you can understand that it is being inherited or it has something related to hereditary parts, right? It is inheriting or having some features been abstracted from somewhere else. Okay, inheritance, property by virtue of which or one class, one, it will be one, not on. Okay, one class acquires some features from another class. One class acquires the features of another class. For example, I am the class from where this class is inheriting. Okay, this is inheriting from me. So what happens is I am the super class in here. I am the base class. Okay, from me it inherits. So this one which is inheriting from me is the base class. Sorry, subclass. I am the base class. This is a subclass. Subclass, derived class, or target. Okay, this can be asked as a true and false question. So I am explaining to you. Imagine whatever I am saying. Pause the video. फिर imagine. Now recall the full three proper principles that I taught you. One is data abstraction. What is data abstraction? Act of representation of essential features without knowing its background details. One done. Write the example of the car that I gave. What is encapsulation? Wrapping of data and functions as a unit so that they can be used as a single unit in other specific operations. Encapsulation done. So easy. Inheritance. What is inheritance? It is the property by virtue of which a class acquires some features from another class. Done. And the main class from where the other class is inheriting some features is known as subclass, and the class from which it is inheriting is the base class. Okay, done. Base or super class. In the super class. Okay, from me this class is inheriting. Okay, I am super and base class, and this is subclass or derived class or target. Done. Moving on to polymorphism. Always write the last line. It promotes reusability. It enhances your answer. Okay, it promotes reusability because why? You are acquiring my features. So what? My features are reusing. Okay, I have a talent of singing. So my son will also have a talent of singing. So he is reusing my feature. Okay, I have joint eyebrows. The son will also have joint eyebrows. He is inheriting my features. So what वो प्रथा चालू रख रहा है ना, वो प्रथा चालू रख रहा है. He is using it, so it promotes reusability. That way you can remember. Now moving on to the fourth principle, polymorphism. Process of using a function for carrying multiple operations. One function is used to conclude many other operations. Okay, for example, in the book the example is given in here. The term cell, CELL, cell. We know a cell is the single unit of life. We also know that it is a unit of life, basic unit of life, cell. And we also know that cell means a battery. And we also know that the cell means the jail where prisoners are kept. That is also known as cell. So what we need to explain in this is the example shows us that the term cell works as the function in here, but these functions can be used in many other places. The same word has different meanings. Like that, it is been explained in polymorphism. This example. Okay. See, referring the above, in biology it means a fundamental function in unit of life, and the same term is referred to as a small room, as such as an administrative cell, by examination cell, whatever. Huh. And in physics we know it as an electric circuit. Referring the above examples, we can understand the same name can be given to the elements which are used to perform different tasks. Similarly, in OOP, a single function can be used for different operation. This technique of use of same function in different operations is known as polymorphism. सेम फंक्शन को डिफरेंट ऑपरेशंस के लिए यूज़ किया जाए तो उसे पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म कहते हैं. सेम इंसान को हर एक जगह में यूज़ किया जा रहा है तो उसे पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म कहते हैं. फ़ायदा उठाया जा रहा है. देखिए, now all the four principles of OOP that I explained, I hope it is perfectly clear to you, and I have brought this series due to a comment in the previous video in my maths GST. And okay, so I think you like this video, you get to understand what is all about the principles of OOP, and don't think that this chapter isn't important. दो तीन मार्क्स तो आते ही हैं, ऐसे 3 मार्क्स के नहीं आते, दो के आते हैं. दो जैसे दो एक शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन आ गया. Okay, so don't think that this chapter does not contain anything. It has. Okay, so hope you like this video. Thank you.